If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Alright guys, it's been way too long since I made a video. Life's just been insane lately. I haven't even touched my cars. Literally the last time I drove the Corvette, I think I drove it one time to work since I made the last video. So finally getting back to it tonight. Tonight we are going to load the Corvette up. I'm going to bring it up to my work. We're going to put a new windage tray on it. I have a little bit of an oil problem, as some of y'all know from my last videos. So we're going to throw it up on the lift. Check out some bearings probably, put a new windage tray on it, new oil pan, stuff like that. So we just got it uncovered. I got my trailer out here already. We're gonna bring it on over there, winch it up. As y'all can see, the S10 is looking a little weird. I have made progress on that here and there. That's for a separate video. This video is about the Corvette. So like I said, we're gonna do the windage tray. Tomorrow I'll probably go out and do some pulls. See if my oil pressure stays any better or if I'm still foaming the oil. Yeah, so let's get this thing loaded up and get this going. Here's all my parts. I got a brand new oil pan gasket, new K&N filter, Rotella. I got a 7-quart pan, which is actually kind of tough to find because I have a passenger side dipstick, which was only made for a couple years, and a 2-piece rear main. We got a Moroso windage tray. Once again, it was for a right-hand dipstick, so I welded in a washer. We're gonna have to cut this out tonight for the dipstick to go through there. We got factory studs, new oil pump pickup tube for the new pan. And then I have my little fancy oil filter that I had to build in order to fill this motor with oil because I have a catch can, so there's no breathers. All right, so we just got it all loaded up. Got it all strapped down. Little trick if any of y'all are gonna build a turbo car. When you buy the turbo new, it's gonna come with this little red cap. Save that thing. So when you're towing it on the trailer, air's not forced into it, so your turbo's not spinning with no oil in it. And I keep it for like when I'm parked in parking lots and stuff. I just throw it in there so no one can fuck with my shit because I don't have a turbo guard. All right, so let's get on the road. We got about a 20-minute drive up there. We'll get it unloaded, get it up on the lift, pull that pan and get this thing knocked out. I probably won't unload it tonight. I'll wait in the morning for the kids to help me out because they freaking love this thing. All right, guys, so I gotta get the Chevelle. It's a 66 Chevelle First Street car. It's my boss's. Pretty fucking cool car, but it's not my car, so I'm not gonna show you it. I'm gonna put the trunk back on, get this thing moved out so we can go ahead and get the Corvette in here. Start knocking this stuff out. All right, so I just want to get the oil drain and get this thing racked up. It is filthy. This is the first time it's been on the lift in probably, I'd say at least a year, year and a half. Everything else has been on my back on the ground. That's why I just wanted to come up here and kind of go over the car real quick, see exactly what's going on. Fortunately, there's a lot of metal in it, but we're just gonna run her till she blows, because that's what we fucking do. Freaking do. Sorry. Whoops. Anyway, I want to check my fluid level on my trans, because that thing is leaking like crazy. But without further ado, let's get this shit going and get this job done. Guys, my mind is freaking blown right now. I've had this pan off at least 5 or 6 times. I've put oil pumps in this thing. I've gone through this motor so many times, and I swear to God, if I didn't know better, I would think someone swapped out my motor, because this is a freaking 2-bolt main block. I swear, I even have freaking pictures. I swear this was a 4-bolt main, which is even crazier that this thing is handling this much boost and this much abuse being a freaking 2-bolt main. My other motor is a 4-bolt, but holy cow, what a champ. This thing doesn't owe me anything. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is time for a rebuild, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna put that back in, act like we didn't see it, and send it. Oh, let's see. All right, so as I was saying, this was a left-hand dipstick. What was it? Yeah, a left-hand dipstick windage tray. So this hole was real big. So what I did was, this was given to me, so I was saving a bunch of money. I welded a washer where the dipstick used to go through, and then I drilled out the other bolt hole, so now the dipstick can still go through and we'll be good to go. Didn't cost me a dime. All right, we got the 7-quart pan on. Windage tray obviously is in there, and a K&N filter. Let this thing down, fill it up with oil, make sure we got oil pressure, and go send it. All right, guys, while we're waiting for the RTV to set up, I just filled it up with oil. Everything should be good to go. See how it does after we started up. We had a little bit of a leak the first startup, and that was a little low on oil. So we're gonna go ahead and let the RTV set up for a minute. But I wanted to show y'all, I've never talked about this car. This is my boss's car. I've kind of built it after hours, and on weekends and stuff, I come in and help him out building this thing. But it's pretty cool. I believe it's a 78 Monte Carlo. He has a title, but it's not a street car anymore. It's gonna be a full-on drag car. It's a big block, 454. It is bored over. I don't remember exactly how much. It's been a minute since I built the motor. At least a year since I built it. It is a nitrous motor. It's gonna run a little 150 shot for now. We do have a big block here that's gonna get completely built for nitrous, probably do like a 300 shot on that thing. He bought it as a rolling chassis, has like an 850 cage in it. Pretty cool car, honestly. It looks old. It's been sitting outside and stuff, but it actually used to be a show car. It's got a chrome Ford 9-inch in it. We ended up doing a Raptor liner, bed liner in the interior. It's got the new MSD. I've just been wiring it up. I put the dash in. Anything. When he got it, it was just a bare chassis. No motor, no trans, no seats, no electronics, no wiring, nothing. So I've done all that to it. Pretty freaking cool car. We're really close to getting it running. We might stay a little late next Tuesday or something, try to get this thing to kick over and move. He's getting his knee replaced, so I really want to get this thing started before he has to take off for a few weeks. So like I said, I think y'all would think this car is pretty cool. One day it'll be on the channel out at the track taking some hits. We'll see how it does. We just got Mickey Thompson like street tires on it for now, but we do have a brand new set of slicks out back for it. I'll show you. I just put that painless wiring harness in the other day. Quirky seat. Like I said, it's a pretty neat car. Just a little project we got going on. Like I said, we've honestly been building it probably for 1.5 years now. Just very slowly getting to it. We just build it, like I said, after hours and stuff, or during lunch breaks or something. I'll go tinker with it for a minute while I'm bored. But it'll be pretty cool, so hopefully we'll see this thing on the channel at the track. I'll probably either have the Corvette or the S10 there. Same day. Maybe we can go do like some test hits and see how it does. Also, I did text him, make sure it's okay to put it on the YouTube channel. It's more of a respect thing out of anything. It's not my car. Yeah, I work on it, but it's still not my car at the end of the day. So that's why I don't show other people's stuff. It's not my place. But he said it was cool, so I thought y'all would think it's pretty damn cool because it's going to be a pretty bad car for sure. Alright guys, there you have it. I did just take it down the road real quick. I had a 70 PSI oil pressure, never dropped, which is cool. But at the end of the day, you guys seen the bearings. The motor's pretty warm. I am gonna run it until it blows. It's just what the motor deserves at this point. The car's been through hell and I just wanna see how far it'll go. As far as the future for it, the crate motor I have, I kinda designated that back to the S10 now because the S10 is getting turboed. And a little race truck. It will be street legal, so I can still play around with that. I'm kind of throwing around the idea if this thing blows up. I have the 454 that was in the hearse. I have a turbo 400 for it too, but I want to leave the car manual trans. It's just that much funner. But they didn't offer a big block in 1980, so I think it'd be really cool to throw a 454 in this thing with the 4-speed manual trans. And just have a good, fun car that I can take my kids out in now that they're getting a little older. The turbo is awesome, absolutely a blast, but it does have its quirks. It's not very, I guess I would say daily drivable. I know the car's not a daily driver, obviously, but I like to be able to get in my stuff, turn the key and just go. That 454 I got is a solid motor. It's the one in the hearse. As far as the hearse goes, I don't know if I'm gonna finish the car. It's not really my style. I'm not really into that morbid thing. At first I thought it'd be really cool to build it into a drag car, but there's another hearse out there called Holland Ash. It's absolutely insane. It's super fast. So obviously my car would never be that fast. And I know it doesn't matter, but to me it does. I thought it'd be cool to have like one of the world's fastest hearse. I could probably make it the second fastest hearse, but it'll never be as fast as theirs. Theirs is awesome. I've actually talked to them in person. Really, really nice people. So that's where we're at. But we're gonna still have tons of Corvette content. We are gonna drive it till it blows up. It may never blow up. We don't know until we go through with that. Like I said, the oil pan is leaking a little bit though. I can show you what's going on. So obviously this is the old pan. Stupid little rubber gasket. So here's where your dipstick goes through. The new oil pan is leaking through this hole here. The lip on the new oil pan isn't as wide, so oil is literally slipping right through. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to loosen it up and shift the gasket around and tighten it up and see if I can get it to seal. But it's almost midnight here. I still got a 20-minute drive home. I'm not even gonna unload the car tonight, it's just gonna sit on the trailer. That's where I'm at with that. But like I said, the car didn't make a pull. It was strong, oil pressure remained good. So that's a huge plus. I'm really happy with that. Also, you guys won't see a lot of content here. This is my job. I keep my job and YouTube separate. The only reason I was up here tonight, I didn't feel like laying on my back and doing all this. My boss is cool with it and everything. I don't know. I kind of like to show people that anything can be done at your home. It's very easy. Yeah, I have access to a lift and it's super nice, but I could have easily laid on my back and done this at home. And all my tools are here. I don't know, I guess I can show it the camera. I have quite a bit of tools. So, it's super nice to be able to just jump in here, get my stuff, knock it out. At home, I don't have all my tools. 99.9% of my shit's here. It's all good stuff. At home, I use Harbor Freight stuff, but this is what I do for a living, so I have to have professional tools. It sucks. I've spent a buttload of money on all this, but it's what it takes. So, let's see. That's it for now, guys. You got to see the Monte Carlo, which I think is super cool. Hopefully we'll see that soon on the channel. I'm pretty proud of that car, honestly. I did a lot of the work. My boss basically let me take lead on it. He let me plan stuff out. I got to pick the wiring, how we got to do stuff. Obviously he paid for everything, it's his car. He just told me what kind of car he wanted to build. I found a lot of the parts, but at the end of the day, it's his decision. He does help me here and there, but he has a bad knee, so it's hard for him to do a lot of stuff. And like I said, we just plug away at it like lunchtime or a little bit after work, 30 minutes, 40 minutes here and there. So it's taken us a really long time to build it, but it's getting there. We're this close to at least hearing it start. The car's completely wired to run. The only thing I'm waiting on is a battery cable to go from the trunk to the starter, and that's it. It's in the mail. It'll be here tomorrow. But I'm probably not going to come back up here this weekend. This is Memorial Day. I want to spend the weekend with my kids. So yeah, I have all the nitrous solenoid, line lock, trans brake, two-step. It's all wired. I'm just waiting on a little fuse box for that stuff. But it doesn't need that to run. I believe it has an FTI Turbo 400. It's built by them, trans brake from them. I believe it's a 3200 stall converter. Like I said, Ford 9-inch. I believe it's a 454. It's bored out. I think it's like a 462 overall. Flat top pistons. Nothing crazy in this motor. The next motor absolutely is going to be crazy. But the goal is to get this car to start doing A to B, make sure the suspension's dialed, everything, and then put the big motor in it and start making fast passes. This motor is literally just to get it down the track, get used to the car. Just get experience in the car, because we've never had this car run. We never had it down the track. He bought it as a roller. It was sitting for many years, so we got to see what it's going to do. We got to do all new bushings, obviously. It's got new brakes. It's got, we've gone through this thing front to back. It's a really cool car. I feel like I'm rambling on. So that's the end of the video, guys. I guess I'm going to show over you the Chevelle really quick as I'm walking out and locking up tonight. I'm not going to open the hood or anything. It's not my car. But just kind of a neat car. All right, so like I said, this is a 66 Chevelle, big block, Ford 9-inch, turbo 400, trans brake. It's a pro street car. Previous owner, I believe, said it ran high 10s when they had it at the track, but my boss doesn't drive it on the track anymore. It's just a toy. He drives it to car shows, just enjoys it. It has a little cage in it. It's tubbed, everything, fuel cell in the back. Really cool car. he got a pretty good deal on it, so I think he's going to keep this one for a long time. He really, really likes it. I really like it. I actually put an exhaust on this thing through the shop, and the guy mentioned he might want to sell it. And then I seen it on Facebook Marketplace for sale, and it was way cheaper than we thought he was going to ask for it. So I sent it to my boss. My boss called him, and he ended up buying it. I wanted to buy it, but I don't have that kind of money. So yeah, super cool car.